Hey everyone, welcome to the second episode of Relatables, where I break down big ideas so you can start creating the relationships you love. And no, I don't give manicures, so don't judge my nails. So this week I'm going to be talking about fighting in front of your kids. It's a topic that comes up quite a bit, but a few years ago in one of my Love, Sex, Kids courses, one of the participants brought this up in a way that I think highlights a lot of the struggles that people have with not fighting in front of their kids. And in the course, I really get clear that sweeping wants and needs and unresolved issues underneath your relationship rug over and over and over again creates some fertile ground for resentment. And the more that's under that relationship rug, the more emotional distance is going to be between the partners. So, and an increasing lack in emotional intimacy. So, yes, how do you resolve these things, nip them in the bud, and not fight in front of your kids? And I think that takes learning some pretty high-level strategies, communication strategies, and strategies and mindset and skills. And so, yes, fighting can turn nasty. And there can be ways that we fight where we're acting out on other people from our anger. And that's different than being angry. I remember when my parents would fight when I was younger. They had a really highly conflictual relationship, got divorced. But I remember that sense of dread that would come over me when that conversation felt like it turned a corner from a conversation to a conflict. And I knew it was coming. I knew it was going to escalate quickly. I knew that the resolution might not come for hours or days, and our house was going to be filled with tension, and it would feel like there was just a black cloud over our house. And so I started to believe that conflict was bad, and conflict was something to be avoided. And talking about your wants and needs, you should just keep that shit to yourself, because it doesn't get anybody anywhere. But when you have the skills and the tools and the strategies to move through conflict in a way where when you get to the end, both people feel better, I didn't know that was an option. I thought either you screamed and yelled about it or you swept it under the rug. Either you were a jerk or you were a doormat. And nobody told me that there was this other way. And so this other way is what I'm always teaching people. And so yes, fights can come from nasty places, from places of wanting to be right, from wanting to dominate, yelling, name-calling, emotional and physical abuse. That will increase the anxiety of everyone in the room, including your children. It's just that if there's a way that you're fighting that is inappropriate for your children to see and witness, it is probably a way of fighting that is also inappropriate for your relationship well-being, and it's not serving anyone here. So do I fight in front of my kids? I move through conflict in front of my kids. I want my kids to know that anger is okay, but that acting out on other people in anger is not okay. I want to show my kids how to create boundaries when I feel disrespected, and that might mean they get to witness some coming to Jesus meetings. Because I also meet with clients who will say that they never saw their parents fight. I never saw my parents fight, not one time. And those people also end up in the real world having zero idea how to move through conflict in a way that works. So, yeah, get the skills to move through conflict in a way that you want your kids to have someday. And if you feel like you can't get through conflict in front of your kids, then that's probably a pretty good sign that your relationship is craving some other ways to do this. So hang out with me more. You can do that by going to my Facebook page at Micah Ross Therapist and Relationship Coach. You can go to Twitter at Get Your Happy Back with 1 P. And you can go to my website at micahross.com. If you go to /registration, you can hang out in my free training for busy couples, and wealth of information, an hour long, and pop some popcorn, pour yourself a glass of wine, get a pen and paper, and get ready to really focus on your relationship and create some big changes. So that is all for today. If you're struggling with something in your relationship, PM me, let me know, and we'll talk about it next week. Thanks.